Ready and action. Jeff and I met in kindergarten, and we were best friends from the time we were 5. All we did was watch horror movies. We became obsessed with holiday slasher movies because we grew up in Massachusetts. Every holiday had a slasher film.
Happy Thanksgiving!
We would always say every November, like, when's Thanksgiving? Like, you just assumed around a specific date or an event. Why had nobody done a Thanksgiving movie?
That's beautiful.
Well, not only was it an American holiday, but this is a massive deal in Massachusetts, so people go wild about this.
Thanksgiving is an institution.
It was always a joke to us, so we just thought about all the different ways you could kill someone at Thanksgiving. Roasting them like a human turkey and carving them.
Dinner is served.
Someone with an axe, dressed like a pilgrim, killing people.
Day 1 on set of Thanksgiving. Jeff and Eli have loved horror movies forever, so I think the whole message is just a reflection of their lives growing up.
Make it as horrible as possible.
Yeah, the more horrible,
We should
the
think
better.
that's going to be the worst that happens. We got, like, the first video camera. Somehow it started as a thing for my dad to use with psychiatry with his patients that I co-opted within days for us, just like chopping each other up in the basement with chainsaws and power tools. That was all we did, was come up with an idea. We'd shoot it and try to make the most, like, upsetting, offensive thing possible. That was the fun. Look at Jeff. It's so awesome.
I fell in love with this idea of Thanksgiving, which he had been working on with his best friend, Jeff Rendell, since they were young boys. And all these years later, he's getting the chance to make this movie.
Jeff and I have been wanting to do Thanksgiving forever, but we dreamed of writing a slasher movie that would be like guessing who the killer is, something that's incredibly scary, that's also fun, with fantastic kills.
Gabby?
I mean, the cool thing about this is this idea was planted so long ago.
So watch what she did.
Seeing the visuals just from 16 years ago till now, they've been working on this entire time, so everything is very clear. Eli has a great way of building up these classic slasher scenes.
Here we go!
I haven't done a genre like this in a really long time, so for me, it's been really fun. I mean, it's certainly a violent film, but at the same time, I think there's something interesting about the message, about being a consumer and being greedy.
Jesus Christ.
I think is the underlying theme, which is very important. And the violence comes from that, which I think is quite fascinating.
Thomas Wright, you need to go to prison, not have another sale!
Going to a sale isn't perverse. It's that we all act thankful and then trample over each other to get the last remaining products at the sale. That's what's perverse. So I was fascinated by this idea of everyone saying, we're so thankful now, get the hell out of my way, I want a new TV. One more, I'm gonna have Burke on the phone. That was amazing. Oh my God, you guys are amazing. I can't even. This experience has been more than we could have ever hoped for.
Yeah, and I don't want to ever be on a movie again that doesn't have this exact crew and cast.
We've been trying to make this movie for a long time. It has come together and back and forth in a few different iterations.
Don't worry about it. We got to get this right.
But things happen for a reason. And then you see it now, and I'm proud to be a part of it.
That is a wrap on Thanksgiving. We made a movie.
Hey, Sheriff, you were right. No leftovers.
Whenever we make a movie together, we look at the kills and we go, okay, how can we outdo every other movie that's out there? You know, every time you make a horror movie, you have a chance to enter into the pantheon of horror greats. And anytime we try to truly make it a classic kill, you really want to think about how to make it as perverse as possible. Adrian Moreau and I have always had very similar tastes in movies, and what we love, his craftsmanship is second to none. I've never seen heads that look that realistic. Each time I walk into the room and I see the heads, I think there's dead bodies in there. Jess, and then we'll go around, we'll see Gabby, Evan, we're gonna see the whole table.
For me, yes, it's my job, that's how I make a living, but it's also my hobby, so the kind of stuff that you have in the movie Thanksgiving is the kind of stuff that I would do for fun on my off time. And Eli is the same way, so he writes stuff that he would like to see as an audience member.
And you go, and then he's gonna have to grab you.
The fact that Eli is such a creative, evil genius when it comes to kills and all the horror stuff like that, it keeps you on your toes.
Working with Adrian has been so cool. He just makes everything look so realistic. It's insane.
It's so apparent that we have a legend working on this movie because every single gag that we do involving somebody getting cut open or a part of their body being smashed or cracked, it looks amazing. It looks so real. We don't even need any CGI movie magic because how they've set it up here has been so amazing.
They look so real. It's a pleasure for us because we get to sort of act opposite these amazing fake people.
There's real artistry in it and real thought behind it, and it's nice to see how they build it up and how his team is so passionate about it.
It's pretty good.
Are there favorites in the different gags and makeup that we've done? That's like asking me which one's my favorite kid.
The kill at the diner is just awful, and yet so much fun.
I'm wicked stoked. She saw my dreams come true.
She goes in the freezer and her fingertips gets all ripped up against the cold surface of a fridge, and then her face gets also frozen and she rips off her face. So the phone doesn't recognize her. She can't call 911. It's completely sick and gross, but it's funny at the same time.
My favorite kill is probably Gina Gershon getting her scalp ripped off.
I know, you're so sick. I know, I was like, more. Let's do some more.
Whether the character goes down in horror history is not up to me. All I can do is do something that I believe is a great character.
Ready? 3, 2, 1.
I want to create imagery that is so shocking and terrifying that for the rest of your life, at every Thanksgiving dinner, someone brings it up. And I want people recreating some of the dinner things I do in this movie at their own dinner as a joke.
We have to stop him. You saw what he did to Yulia. This parade is our chance to catch him. I don't want to spend the rest of my life looking over my shoulder. Do you?
Echo, take 1 alpha marker.
Ready? Yeah. And action.
Happy Thanksgiving, everybody!
All right, this guy.
You'll make a delicious dinner.
What? Alpha 114 Delta, take 3, alpha mark.
Alpha, take 1, alpha line marker.
So tell me, finally, how is it you? No, let's start over, because who's the moron? Tell me, how's your mom? Tell me everything. Tell me about it. Wow. Here we go.
I think we're good.
I'm having so much fun.
Am I getting in?
Oh, I didn't know. Sorry.
I'm sorry.
Bob, stop this.
Fine, let's get the fuck out. Okay, I don't care. We need to go.
Got my nose fixed there. You're a chiropractor.
We're gonna have to do that again. Sorry.
The usual?
2 cups today, Izzy. Lizzie, not Izzy.
I'll go by Izzy.
Okay, Bravo to 2.
Are you saying it?
I don't say anything. You have the dialogue.
Hey, funny
I don't
bones.
say anything.
Funny bones.
Oh, I didn't hear that.
83, pick one.
Up all nice. Excuse me. Hi. The letters need to be bigger.
right? Because didn't I tell you that eight fucking times? That you know what I'm saying? If I need to take this over again.
Take 4. Evelyn.
When we... Shit. Back to the hug. Hey, when this is over. Fuck. Come here. Damn it. Love you.
Hey, pictures up.
Pictures up, let's go.
Pictures up, buddy. Come on.
We're ready here.
Guys, I thought we were going to the movies.
Yeah,
we are. Of course I need a phone. All right, one more time.
They killed my wife! God! Fuck, I hate this! All right, let's try one more time.
But I know you want to do the right thing. Yeah? So there's a train right there, and you could leave. You could be safe. But no. Because if you have any information, you need to tell me. Otherwise, I got a ticket for you to go to...
Go back.
God bless you.
Yeah, it's catchy, right? I figured out in viral GoPro.
I used to love Thanksgiving.
Yeah, me too. And now it's just full of goats peeing right in front of us. Okay. Oh! It's catchy, right?
You just want to do the shot of the phone and not go as wide then, Eli? Or?
Oh, it's shutting up! No!
Or Delta take 3.
It's time to remember our many blessings. You know, having us all together, it really reminds me that, give me one sec, to celebrate the ones we love. This is fucking hell, this is a fucking wow. This is what happens when you do too much cocaine before you do it.
3, 2, 1, spray.
Sorry.
3, 2, 1, spray.
I'm so sorry.
No. I think we got it.
Hey everyone, it's Eli Roth. I'm here with
Jeff Rendell.
And you're about
to walk down memory lane.
Yeah. Obviously, as you can see from these photos, we have known each other for a very long time. When we were kids in kindergarten, we were best friends. And, you know, as we got older, we were obsessed with movies, particularly Star Wars, The Jerk and The Godfather.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And then we were about 11 or 12. We got super into horror movies. I remember for my bar mitzvah, everyone was giving me all these gifts that are, you know, supposed to be very important. And Jeff gave me the videotape of Mother's Day, which your mom went all over Boston and finally found. This was like the holy
And there was
grail.
a lot of build-up. Like, we were dying to see that.
All we used to do was shoot stuff on weekends. We would just grab a camera and shoot anything. Not a lot of it was planned. We would just figure it out. Some things were more planned than others. What you're going to see are the things that came out of our brain from like 12, 13, maybe 14 years old. Jeff, why don't you do the intro? Why don't you just say it?
Roll footage.
All right. The loser show. This was like a TV show. There's you on the left.
There's me dressed like Michael Jordan or something, and
my gosh! And I'm wearing the bottled shirt. Like, remember that in the '80s, you had to wear a shirt that had liquor bottles to show you were like a party person.
The nerd glasses that was in every '80s movie, and then remember Remember the cutoff shirt, the belly shirts for guys?
Yes, of
that
course.
was the extended version, but I used to have the ones that were the crop tops for dudes, where you could see your belly button.
There's our dog Atlas.
And there's Atlas.
Atlas always made a cameo. Atlas is the greatest dog ever. Atlas was basically like the fourth brother. There's Gabe,
Yeah, just
my
like,
younger brother, running in, and it's just you've now completely lost control of the show.
Yeah, I mean, I don't understand
I
how you
believe Mark
expected me
operating camera.
to host a show competently under the circumstances that you provided in your basement, Eli. You're incompetent. I mean, look at you.
So obviously we didn't have much money for production design, so we put one of my mom's
your
paintings
mom's art
behind.
is there. That's pretty.
And like a childhood chair, and then that white chair just got destroyed over the years, but that was always the fun one to sit in. The basement was where it went down. We would sit there and just watch movies over and over and over. Oh, Splatter on the Linoleum. This was one of the first things we did with, we had the credits from Eli Roth and Jeff Rendell. Then this was one of the first things where you could see me coming in with my fat ass in the white shirt.
Oh, my God.
And then look on the left, I have the ketchup bottle as I'm squirting it. And Gabe's like
Great
acting
effect.
dead. Yeah, doing that.
Look at him.
He's like acting, and I'm anytime I still smell ketchup. We spent so much ketchup that when I still smell ketchup now, I think of shooting
And he's
this.
so dead you can see him breathing. It's
Yeah,
great.
and there's linoleum, splatter linoleum. He had to wear sunglasses because he didn't want to get ketchup sprayed in his eyes, and Gabe did a
And then
good
there
job
was
there.
that fenced-in area, which was creepy.
Yeah,
in
and
your
then these-
basement, looks like someone was going to get tortured. Like Ralphus was living in there, smashing pies on people's asses.
So this was the credits where I literally cut out the pieces and did Splatter on the Linoleum. And I think that basically the Loser show, Splatter on the Linoleum, started with the plot with all these people that were in it, but it just was any sketch we did, anything we shot just got added to the tape. So that, like,
it's the greatest title ever.
Splatter on the Linoleum was like, it became this magnum opus.
Could have really been made in the 80s.
Yeah, it's true. We were.
It's like pieces, but
yeah, that's what
with
we
linoleum.
wanted. Yeah, but you had to have in the 80s for horror movies. There were like very long, drawn out credits where they'd hold someone you've never heard of on the screen for 15 seconds to like learn their name. Oh, this is a true story.
Of course it is.
Yeah, they have to say not really for legal reasons, but it actually was filmed in our basement. And then it's just like endless scenes of just stuff we shot. I love the VHS scrolling. Like the tape got messed up. I chopped off his arm and took the hand away on the exercise mat. That was it. Just
true classic.
Oh, Tempest Fugit. So this was by the time we were in 9th grade in Mr. Goggins' film class. There you are, sitting in our kitchen.
Edmonton Oilers hat? What
of
is
course,
that?
There's Adam. This was our breakfast nook in my house in Newton,
with all the
Massachusetts.
pictures.
And you look at the time, and it was like, oh, got to be home for dinner. So this was
my great acting skill. Holy shit!
Look at that
cut-off shirt. I have it right there.
It's great.
Oh my God, this is so humiliating.
That was
I
our
love
kitchen.
It.
This was my house.
Yeah.
It's my mom's station wagon.
Dude, the cutoff shirt, it's like Scott Baio.
And I know, and this is you jumping the car. This is across the street. This was the path to our elementary school that I walked every day. So it's all the different methods of transportation of how do you get home for dinner. So first
Oh
it's
my God, now I have a
it's
skate.
Adam.
Oh,
on
he's
the
got a skateboard.
He's on a
Good night,
skateboard
Irene.
on the gravel. So you just throw him off and you take the skateboard. And Adam just plays the victim and does a great pratfall in every single one of these.
Is that even
a
mistake?
You keep
It's probably
falling.
real.
Yeah. And
I
this
was
was
never
shot
good at-
on Super 8. And so this was editing. And this was like kind of our first real attempt at making a real movie. And there's Adam as like a French biker in a trench coat. And you're like, oh, this is better. So you shove him off the bike. Now, we added the music after. This was done silent. But I remember this was like our thesis for freshman year.
This was
Super 8 film class.
inspired work for us.
Yeah, this was pretty good. This was when we started to take ourselves seriously as like directing. Oh, the tacks didn't show up. You ride, over some tacks or some nails, but the focus was off in the camera. And then so you run, the air was supposed to come out of the tires. So then you lose control of the bike. But that's all right. So this is our elementary school Anger. So this is the park cross. You jump.
I did my
We
own
did this
stunt
edit.
work, by the way.
Look at
like
this. You
Tom
cut here and then
Cruise.
you run. And then, that shot. I remember the teacher going, that was a nice touch, like a cinematic moment. So then you flag down a driver because you got to get home for dinner. And this is the neighborhood where we grew up, as you can see by the fuzzy black and white Super 8 film. And that's our station wagon. And again, Adam, my brother, is driving, and he's like a lunatic. You don't realize that you've gotten in the car with a serial killer. So you're driving, you put the hat on, and you're explaining where you're going. But then my brother, like, just kind of pulls over to the side of the road and just starts attacking you for apparently no reason. You look at the camera and you're like, all right, I'll get out of the car now. So you're like, I got to get away from this crazy person because the door's not opening. And then you run away from him. And now
Is this in Dover?
We're at Dover. But I like these shots. The way the car pulls and you're leaving. And then I remember you running by the trees. And then here comes the boat. Now, this boat, we spent a lot of time in your dad's boat. This is on the Charles River and kind of going under this bridge. And look, Adam did his own stunt driving. And then you go down and you see the boat.
That's the bridge with the broken fence that was broken for our entire childhood.
So then here comes Adam under the bridge. He's just boating. First he's been on the skateboard, then it was the bike, then it was the car, now it's the boat. And he does this crazy ha 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 ha, ha laugh. And he's dressing as a different character every time.
Yeah.
And I love the shot of you where you go under the bridge. This is actually the film that got me into film school. I submitted this to NYU, and this is what got me admission to film school. Like, okay, he wants to be a real director. But I love the shot where Adam's kind of driving the boat, and then you come out the other side.
Yep.
And you've got Adam, and he's been knocked out, and you've taken the boat. But this was
And
like
just
you doing
moving
boat
fast,
work. I mean,
yeah.
we were like 14 years old when we did this.
Yeah.
You know, and then you're running and doing your stunt here. And then what was the last obstacle? You do the fence. Oh, we did a match cut with 2 different fences. We did up to one hand, and again on the edit with the following the continuity. And then the trampoline. This is your dad's trampoline where we'd have wrestling matches. You jump up, and then you don't come down, and you like land in the attic or something.
Yeah, we come down
Or
through.
you're in the tree.
No,
Or
the
you're
tree,
hanging
and
in
then
the tree.
you fall through magically out of the
tree.
serial killer. Yeah,
out of the ceiling. You drop down.
The drop down stairs.
Running, and this is at your dad's house.
Oh, yeah,
and
the
there's
old
your dad
house.
and Shirley, the old house in Dover. And then there's your dad.
Look at Kenny, baby.
Kenny, baby. And look, is she serving a turkey? Or is that a chicken? I believe it's chicken, but that might be a turkey.
I don't know.
But that'd be pretty perfect to serve a turkey. And then, whew. And that was it.
And I,
Tempest Future.
I look like Joe Dirt.
Yeah, you
I got a
really
mullet.
do. Oh my God, the paper towel. This is you doing a favorite. Okay, so let's go back a few years. When Jeff's voice was something that was oft imitated, right? When your voice was craggy.
There it is.
We couldn't say the name of the paper towels because we don't have clearance for it. But it was a paper towel commercial. You're like, what if I just smashed eggs on my head?
To demonstrate the
value of the tomatoes and the cucumber.
And I couldn't get through it without laughing.
Yeah, of course.
Who cannot laugh when they're just trying? And I'm almost hurting myself because you can't break it over your head. And for some reason, I'm apparently a Los Angeles Raiders fan, even though I'm from Massachusetts.
And then I come in and I remember you get really mad because you're laughing. And you do this thing where I come in with an egg and I'm like, should I do it? And Gabe's like, yeah, do it. Or like, I have the paper towels.
Look at you.
And Gabe picks up an egg.
Evil.
My brother's a troublemaker. And you're like, don't do it. And I go, do it. He goes, should I do it? And I go, yeah. And then you go, now you fuck. Like, you got so mad at me. We're just like saying the name of the paper towel. I have my Monster shirt on.
I feel like
love
this,
the VHS lines. This is great.
Love. This is
then
beautiful.
Jeff, I go, should I do it? I go,
between us.
yes. And you get slammed, and then you stop laughing. Look at you freeze. It's not funny anymore. You were so mad. And Gabe's laughing. Gabe's like, and your face, you're like,
I'm getting traumatized.
You're like,
honestly, I'm going to be in a psychiatrist's office reliving this.
Look at my corduroys. You're just like, you just go, now you fuck. And we have to end the commercial at a certain point because we're just mummifying you.
It's just like, what is that?
Yeah, the big tough towel. Yeah,
you couldn't.
And that was it. That was great. You were so mad. The Dover Chainsaw Massacre. Yes, we turned this in for 9th grade in film class. Like the first week of 9th grade, they offered a Super 8 class. And so we found this one.
Not really.
Where, you come out with a doll. And this is at your dad's house. Again, that's the bridge that you came out in Tempest Future. Look how beautiful it was. Like we really did grow up in Stranger Things in the 80s where you sit down and you have the doll. And it had to be 5 shots of the punchline. That was the assignment. So this is the 3rd shot where the doll takes a shit on you. There's the fake shit that we got for my bar mitzvah.
Yes.
And you throw it down and you put it down.
Look at that. That was like Steve Martin style, a wacky toss.
And then you pick up the chainsaw. Now, your dad was like, what are you guys doing with the chainsaw? Like, your dad had a chainsaw. You're running a live chainsaw, and we filled it with guts and blood tubes. We just start
I think it
dismembering
jams up or something.
It
we
does
got the
jam
blood
up.
bottle.
Yeah, but
Our
I
effects
remember
were to the point where we just stuck the entire bottle in the thing's head. And we're just like, that's it.
And we showed this in the class. Yeah, there's the bottle that falls out. The class was going crazy, and another teacher from another school walked in and wanted us to get thrown out of school. We got in a lot of trouble for that one. That was like my first controversy.
That was a gay misconduct.
All right,
Still
I think
holds up
that's
today.
it. So you put that all in a blender and, add, 30 years and you get Thanksgiving.
I love it. That was great.
That was fun.